Hello, my friends, and happy Wednesday to you. Are you someone who's struggling through survivor guilt? Did you have a loved one take their own life, and now you are struggling with the burden of what you could have done, what you should have done, um, beating yourself up about the signs that you didn't see, carrying this burden and feeling like you can't even get out of bed some mornings? I hear you. Many of the grieving people that I talk to carry this huge burden, and many of them, unfortunately, are unable to find a way to put it down unless they work with someone who can help them believe in their innate goodness and innocence. And that is the spiritual part of the grief work that I believe in doing. And there are many like me, I'm not the only person, but people who come to grief and loss through a spiritual lens, they're able to connect their clients to that place of innate goodness, where the client is not beating themselves up for what happened. So when it comes to survivor guilt, there are lots of books that tell you two different things. They tell you that maybe if you are being attentive enough, you could have picked up on the warning signs that could have alerted you, and maybe you could have stopped it from happening. And the same books will also tell you that there was nothing you could do. If someone is determined to take their own life, there's very little that we can do. And they will go through with the action if they're convinced and determined that that's the only escape route for them. Harold Kushner, in one of his books, tells this really interesting story about a psychotherapist who was seeing a client who had suicidal tendencies. This particular man would go to visit his psychotherapist twice every week. One week, when he went in for his regular session, the psychotherapist worked with him and then said, "Somehow I have a feeling you're not doing well at all. And so I would love for you to come with me and my wife, join us for a vacation in Cape Cod. We are going away for the weekend. I don't feel like I should leave you alone." And the young man said, "Okay." And they started to drive to their destination. On the way, this young man said, "Can I hop off because I need to go to the restroom?" And the psychotherapist parked his car. The young man got out and he was walking in the area of the woods before he could, find a place. And within a matter of moments, he started to run and he threw himself in the path of a speeding truck. So Harold Kushner tells us the story to illustrate that even a psychotherapist who is trained to pick up the signals, who was able to detect the warning signs, was unable to keep his client from killing himself because this young man was determined to make it happen. So this is one of the reasons we struggle with perhaps the guilt that comes from not being able to keep a loved one safe is the heaviest kind of guilt many of us carry. And it's in order to help you make peace with the stuff that you've been carrying for so long that I'm teaching a 6-week teleclass. It's called Give Up the Guilt, Grow Through Grace. And like all my programs, this particular program also has a spiritual bent because I do believe that it's important for us to reconnect with the truth of who we are, the essence of who we are. Otherwise, we are going to keep tripping up when we believe the stories that the ego would have us believe. The ego is invested in us being fearful and playing small. And so if for all this time you have been self-identified with the story you've been carrying around about how you could have saved somebody, how you could have you should have done something differently, how you didn't say something, how you did say something hurtful, how you harmed somebody. It's time to let it go because that story isn't going to serve you moving forward. What happened in the past is in the past, but we have the opportunity to create a brand new future by making a different choice in the present moment. And that's really my intention through this class. I will help you connect to the innate goodness that you are, because you are good. No matter what's happened in your life, no matter what shame and guilt you're carrying, you came from the Creator, and anything and anyone that came from the Creator cannot be anything but innately good. So we will be talking about all of this in much more detail in my class. I hope you will sign up. The link is in the description. Read all the information about the different sessions and what you're going to gain from this experience. It's all in the description, the link in the description rather. Our first session begins on November 8th, so don't wait too long. I have a few spots open and I would love for you to be a part of this. It's really going to be a small group experience, so you can really get to interact with me. You'll get coaching, you can ask questions, there's going to be teaching. You're going to learn simple healing practices that you can take away. And what you learn from this class, from these 6 sessions, is going to serve you well when guilt comes up in your life. And remember, guilt does come up. As long as we are human, we will make mistakes. There will be other occasions when we feel guilty. So that is what I wanted to share today. Hi, Shirley. Okay, you're saying you're registering soon. Thank you so much. It's going to be so much fun having you in class. You're such a wonderful person to work with, so I'm just absolutely thrilled that you're going to be with us. So don't wait. If you have any questions, post them in this thread or private message me. I'm happy to clear up any questions you have. And if this is not the right fit for you for some reason, I will tell you that as well. I'm pretty honest about these things. If it is right for you and you would be a good fit for the program, then I would love for you to join us. But don't let your self-doubt, your fear, your belief that somehow you have to keep punishing yourself for the rest of your life stop you from liberating yourself from this burden. All right, I will talk to you soon. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.